Okay, let's have a look at words their way. Definitions for sort 43. These are spellings with QU, which is the sound qu, or sometimes k. And we're going to talk about just the meanings of the words, not the sort, but just the meanings of the words for this one. And there are a lot of words, so let's just get through these with some very simple definitions for each of them. So squirm means to wiggle around because you're uncomfortable usually. Tranquil means calm and peaceful. And sequel, a sequel is the next book or movie in a series. So, for example, after Diary of a Wimpy Kid, there was the second book, Roderick Rules. After Ice Age, there was Ice Age 2. Just the sequel is the next book or movie. And to inquire is to ask, yeah. So simple. A banquet is a fancy meal, and it's usually to celebrate something, a banquet is. And sequence just means in order. Like something step by step would be in sequence. Liquid is something that's like water. If it's wet and you can pour it, it's a liquid, like lemonade or tea or coffee are all liquids. An antique is something that's old and valuable, usually for like furniture, like some old furniture, but not just old and worn out, but old and valuable, still nice, and it's worth something. Okay, frequent means often. So, for example, babies take frequent naps, and usually use it with frequently with an ly. Something you do often is you do frequently. Quiver means to shake. So, if you're scared of something, you might quiver. It also means if you have a bow and arrow, it's the bag you keep your arrows in. It's called a quiver, also. And conquer means to defeat an enemy. It's often used in war, so one country might have conquered another country in a war. Okay, a couple more here. Technique is a way of doing something. So you might have a technique for doing a certain type of math, or a technique for swinging your tennis racket, or something like that. And quaint means charming and old-fashioned. Quaint is almost always used to describe like little old villages or towns, like in Europe. If there's a town with cute little old buildings and cobblestone streets, you would say, oh, that's very quaint. Or maybe like if there was a little boy who always bowed to people and called people sir and madam, that might be quaint. It's charming and it's old-fashioned. That's what quaint means. And believe it or not, there's even more words. We have other videos for these 4 words: quality, queasy, request, require. So I'll put that playlist over here if you want to see those words. And then for other words in the syllables and affixes book, I'll put those other videos here if you want to know some of the meanings of words from other lists. As I make those, I'll just add them over there.